What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about CLEANSPARK. This one comes to us at the request of DMD01. I wasn't going to make a video, but if I got a request, I will make a video. You know, the main reason I wasn't going to is because, yes, I'm aware we had a red day, but yesterday, in my video yesterday, I was literally saying that we would probably revert back to where this divergence started on the 1 hour, which is all the way back here at about 570. I believe I saw the aftermarket prices go to 520. So, and that's not, you know, during regular hours. That's after hours. So sometimes crazy stuff can happen, as anybody who's been trading stocks is aware. But you know, let's see. Actually, let's see what our post-market conditions were. What could I click here? Let's see. Yeah, we can click this. CLSK. Stock. By the way, don't check out XSwap, guys. It's a piece of shit. Don't. That was just from my last video. Don't even. It's not like a secret, like, hidden thing that I'm like, oh, look at this. What was he looking at? No, like, just don't even pay attention to that. Right now, 555 went to a low of, it says 527. Yeah, that's where I saw it go at its low. 555. You know, this is more or less exactly what I expected, right? Earnings was decent, right? We had the surprise, whatever. I guess we had a little less reported revenue than what was expected. But all in all, it got a green rating, whatever that means. I do very much expect that either tomorrow to close out the week or sometime next week that we will continue this onslaught to the upside. I don't think by any means that this is in jeopardy. We've already technically, right, had the price pull back to $5.27, which is essentially right here. Previous area of resistance, previous area of, I just glitched out for a second. Previous areas of resistance here, finding support on it. Yes, we could open up the day and close the day somewhere down here even or lower. But again, we have all of this, man. Previous support coming into play. Like, it's really going to be hard to get below that. If we go down there, cool, whatever. It's a good opportunity for some people to buy who didn't have the chance to or wanted to, but they didn't. And look at that, man. Even the 382 is right there. So we absolutely could go down there. You know, that's not a big deal at all. But regardless, I would think that within the next week or 2 weeks, maybe we move sideways for a week. I doubt it. But, you know, generally speaking with these things, we tend to, whatever direction we're moving into earnings, we tend to, regardless of what happens that day, we tend to follow through with that. So all that being said, I very much would expect that by the end of this year, you guys, we're going to be at substantially higher prices than we are now. $6.24 is what the reading is now. We'll probably see the day open up a little bit lower. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know, I don't know. We could open up the day low and then fill that gap really quickly, or we might not fill it for a couple days. Maybe it'll be sometime next week that we start to move up again. But all in all, by the end of the year, prices above 950 are still very much at play and expected targets, in my opinion. And I honestly, I'm looking at this $12.54 area, somewhere in there, a little bit above that actually. So let's say like $12.70, wherever this closing, maybe not closing. Oh man, that's higher than $12, isn't it? 13. We could go all the way up to 13. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Where's the closing high? Let's get the closing high, because that's an opening price. Closing high would be right there technically, which is at $12.74. So $12.14, $13, somewhere in there. That's what I would expect by the end of the year. And here we are at $6.24 right now. So if it goes lower, good. Give people an opportunity to buy in. If we're not at that price by the end of the year, probably sometime in January, you know, sometime in Q1. But I very much think with the current trajectory that we're on, we're not going to stop. We're not going to see a moment of consolidation like this or a correction like this until we formed a higher high. The RSI is getting to that overbought zone. We're not quite there yet, so we've still got plenty of room to run. Daily RSI is cooling off a bit. Maybe tomorrow it closes down here at a previous area that we found resistance. Maybe we find support off of it. It's also the overbought zone in itself. Coming down from being in the overbought zone, finding support on it is a very strong signal. It's a very strong indication. And we probably would form some kind of bearish divergence or something. Maybe we go through. I don't know. You know, I don't know how it's going to look. But all in all, if we get a bounce like that, that would look really bullish. If not, If we don't get a, okay, that's, I don't know why it curved so hard. If we don't get a bounce like that, we go into this, then maybe we do cool off for like a week or two. But I would assume that at some point pretty soon, we're going to resume this move up, all that to say. So I don't really have anything else to say. I'm not worried about this dump at all. Anybody who is worried about it, I would, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say it's not a big deal. Probably not a big deal at all. You can go back and look, like really any time but this time here that we've come into earnings, right? Whatever we come into earnings, we might see a little pip in the opposite direction for a couple days, but we resume that price action over the coming weeks. You can just go back and see that throughout like almost all of them. Like maybe there's 2 or 3 where that's not the case, but generally speaking we do. So I very much do expect that we'll continue to go up. If we're looking at this on the weekly, we've got higher lows. We're probably in the midst of forming another higher high. And then from there, it's on, man. It's on. I really think that you know, between technically, what was it, it's like 940 or 920 something. 947 to 1254 is likely, and you know, that's the expected zone right there. But there's a lot going on up at this level here, so I very much am. I'm kind of I'm not disregarding this, but I've got my eyes more on this, more focused on this for sure, this area up here. So that's all I got, man. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. We do talk about CleanSpark every now and then. You know, it's a stock that I personally hold. It's something that I have options in as well. I bought some call options a little while back. Somebody was asking what like to tell them more about call options. I explained it in the comments, but sometimes hearing it is a little bit easier. I bought my call options at this high here, man. I bought them up here, and I rode it all the way through. You know, I didn't sell at that point. I mean, we went down pretty quickly. I was very much convinced that we would hold this kind of structure that we had. Little bonus of my personal story here. I was very convinced that we would hold this, and we were looking like we were going to, but we didn't, man. We really didn't. And at that point, you know, I've got my call options set to expire January 19th, 2025, I believe. So I'm in no rush. I'm not worried about this thing. We've got the bull market in crypto coming this, like literally in 2024. We're probably going to see the real peak, not the real peak, but like the gas pedal get put down. Like things are really going to start to take off at like that midpoint, probably later point in 2024 is what I would expect. But here we are, just getting an end of the year rally. I would think, you know, probably get a higher low. We might even actually touch this line, right? By the end of the year, look at that, man. By the end of the year, that's all the way up at that 1227 area. Maybe we'll get above it even. But that's all I got. Again, so if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.